Hi, so I'm responding to a request for a reading about your life, whether you're on the right path or not. So just to make this short, I'm just going to get right into the reading. If you have any other questions about what I do or how I do it, then I just recommend clicking on the link that was posted on the social networking site or on my page, and then you just view all the information there to save on time for this video. So I'm going to be pulling 11 cards for you, and each card is going to represent a theme that you need to focus on. So here we go. Card number 1 is you now. So this is you currently, the core of your issue. So I pulled the what. It says, what are your truest needs? However, I pulled this card upside down. And normally when I pull a card upside down, this represents the negative aspect that needs to be focused on, or opposing aspect that needs to be focused on. So basically, you currently right now are not assessing your truest needs, figuring out what's really important, prioritizing basically. So this is the core of your current issue that you're having right now, as far as if you're on the right path in life. So keep that in mind as we go out throughout this reading. So the next question is, what are you currently doing with your life? So this says, how can I love myself more? But again, this card came out upside down. So this is going to mean that you're not focusing on this, and you're actually doing the opposite of this. You are living a self-destructive life. Maybe a certain habits or a certain attitude or a certain way of thinking, a certain way of doing things that you feel you have to do in order to keep yourself afloat are affecting you in a negative way. I can say things that are self-destructive are thinking that you're not good enough to do something, or thinking that you'll never be able to accomplish what you see another person accomplishing. And that very well may be true, because everything that we see somebody else doing, it might appear to be good, and it might appear to be profitable for them, but that may not necessarily be the path that you're supposed to travel, and you never know what steps a person took to get there. It could be that they look like they're living a luxurious or lavish life, but they're killing people kids and selling people kids on the black market type shit. So focus more on yourself. How can you love yourself more? This means taking better care of yourself. If you smoke or drink or party a lot, starting to tone down on some of those things. Keep in mind, our thoughts and our emotions are energy. So if we're constantly filling ourselves with negative energy, like negative thoughts, being offended, being irritated, being aggravated, or angry at people for being themselves or acting a certain way, or maybe even treating you a certain way, then that's the type of energy you create, and then you'll keep attracting those kind of situations. So basically what you're doing with your life right now is destroying it. You're leading a destructive life. But how can you love yourself more is the question you should be asking. The next question is, what do you need to work on the most? So the card I pulled for that is acceptance. And I believe I made a status about this yesterday too. Acceptance. This is one of the hardest things for people to do, because we kind of have the definition of acceptance kind of mixed up. I said on my status, I said acceptance is not about settling for less, or not progressing as a person because you say, oh, well, I'm perfect the way I am, so I don't need to grow. Like, that's not what acceptance is. Acceptance is understanding a situation. So let's take an example. Let's say somebody did you wrong. Somebody stole from you. You can't change the fact that this person stole from you. You know what I mean? So it doesn't make sense to stay stuck on the fact that they did this. But what you can do is say, well, hey, this happened, and I have to accept that this happened. That means that you understand that it's happened. So now that you understand what's going on, you can make a choice. And this is a very powerful thing to do, because you could A, choose to go after this person and beat them up or kill them or whatever you choose to do that is negative, or you could choose to say, hey, I need to be more cautious with my things. I need to be more aware with how I leave my things, or aware of the type of people that I bring around me, or bring around my belongings, or my personal items of care. And then you can choose to empower yourself and make better choices about the people, the company you keep, or about the type of energy that you bring around yourself. That is about understanding that everything happens for a reason as well, and that you can only be responsible for the things that you think, feel, say, and do. So learning to also accept yourself means embracing the parts of yourself that you may not necessarily like, or that make you feel uncomfortable. Sometimes we don't want to let people see our weaknesses. We don't want to let people see how vulnerable we are, or how insecure we are. So we put up this barrier, we put on this facade, we act a certain type of way. But this really means that we're not accepting who we truly are. When you accept who you truly are, that is one of the most powerful things, because then you have confidence in yourself, and you won't have to worry about attracting those negative people into your life that might make you feel insecure or unstable. Also about accepting the process of life. Everything has a process. You can't rush it. You can't force it. If you force it, you'll just be unhappy with the result that you get, because that won't be real. It'll be something that you didn't take time to work toward or to appreciate. So acceptance is one of the biggest things that you need to work on the most right now. Okay, so the next question is, what is helping you? What is currently helping you? So the card I pulled is opportunity. Now there are multiple opportunities that are coming your way. Don't be afraid to do a little work, and I don't mean ease things that seem easy, things that you feel are gonna give you that instant gratification, maybe some instant material gain, but opportunities from other people who you may not normally think to accept invitation from. The opportunities could be going to a function. You might be like, man, I don't want to do that shit, just because it's not something that you would normally do. But you never know that when you get to this function, you meet somebody that can put you on the path that you're looking for. Perhaps there's an idea you have, a business you have, or a business idea rather, or a creative idea that you have, and you're looking for someone to invest in you. And this very person could be at this event that you may be not wanting to go to. But also the opportunity could present itself to better yourself as a person. Somebody may be in need. Somebody may even come to you very negatively and be treating you very poorly. But what can help you put your life on track is getting yourself together as a person. No job, no car, no money, no house is going to get you together as a person. And in fact, every situation currently in your life right now is a direct reflection of your inner state, what you think, what you feel, the way you perceive the world. So take a chance on these opportunities, and let them show you your true self, how strong you are, how strong at heart and strong at mind you are, how kind you are, how polite you are, how caring you are. Let those sides come out, instead of trying to keep up this facade of being tough and not wanting people to know your true, your natural self, the real you. So the next card we're gonna look at is, what is hurting you? So we pulled the self-hate card. So this goes back to what are you doing with your life now? And I pulled the how can I love myself more card, but again it's upside down, so meaning that you're not really loving yourself. Self-hate. When people think of self-hate, they think of dramatic things like, oh, I'm cutting myself, or I want to kill myself type shit. But self-hate is so much deeper than that. Self-hate is waking up every day and not accepting who you are, putting on a facade, lying to people, lying to yourself about who you are. Self-hate also has to do with the way you treat yourself. So like I said, if you're eating a poor diet, if you're filling your body full of junk food, liquor, pills, whatever, if you smoke or drink, if you are constantly eating out, fast food, I said that already, restaurant food, candy, all of those things, you are killing yourself. You're killing your body. Your body needs real food, wholesome, organic nutrition. If you're not drinking enough water, self-hate, that's a form of abuse. If you tell yourself negative things like, oh, I can't do it, or I'm stupid, or I'm dumb, or I'm not good enough, or I don't deserve to be happy, or I don't deserve to be in a relationship, that's self-hate. That's abuse. And these are the things that are hurting you and preventing you from progressing to the point that you're trying to get to. So let's move on to the next card. Where is this leading you? So what is hurting you, and then where is this leading you? So this says, don't doubt your truest feelings. But again, the card is upside down. So when we don't doubt our truest feelings, that means we're following the truth. We're going where the truth is. But because this is upside down, we're gonna focus on the negative, or the opposite aspect of this. So where this is leading you is to a lie. You're leading a lie. You're living a lie because you're not happy with how your life is right now, and you would like to be. You would like to be in a better mood. You would like to be more kind to people. You would like to be, in a place where you can just be peaceful and be comfortable. But because of how you feel about yourself and how you perceive the world, this is the type of energy you're creating. So don't keep leading yourself down that path. The next card is, what do you need to let go of? So this says idea. But again, the card came out upside down, so there's a negative aspect we need to focus on here. So this means negative ideas. Anything negative that you think about a person, a place or thing, a situation or circumstance, you need to let it go. The more you focus on the negative things, the things that you don't like, the things that you don't want, the more you're going to attract them, because that's what you're putting your thought, your time, and your energy into. So that's something else you need to consider. Your negative thoughts and your negative emotions, switch that up. Think about things that you want, things that you like, things that you love instead. So the next question is, what are some admirable qualities? So love. This is an admirable quality. You are really a loving and caring person. But like I said, because we don't want to, especially with guys have this thing of where they don't want to seem weak. But there is nothing weak about being loving or caring. It's actually quite the opposite. People don't want to seem soft. That's the word that people like to use. But being loving and caring is not being soft. It actually takes a lot of strength to be loving and caring and lead your life full of love and live in a way that is not harmful to somebody. It's easy to snap on somebody. It's easy to try and check somebody or hurt somebody, beat somebody up, kill somebody, shoot somebody, stab somebody. It's easy to do those things. It's easy to act on your anger. But if you really think about it, the hardest things to do most of the time are apologize, or say I'm sorry, or say I really care about you, or express your truest, deepest feelings of gratitude, of love, of your emotions, of how you really feel inside. Those are the hardest things for people to do in life. So this is an admirable quality of yours, your ability to be loving and caring, and you need to embrace that, bring that out more. Now this is not saying that you got to be a pushover or a doormat for anybody, because you don't have to accept abuse from anyone. But this does mean that you need to learn how to express yourself in a positive way. If somebody rubs you the wrong way, instead of saying, oh, I'm gonna beat your ass, or jumping bad and becoming aggressive, you can say, hey, what's really the issue? Why are you treating me this way? A lot of people don't want to do that. Weakness is not being able to control yourself and lashing out at people and harming somebody else because of something that somebody said or a way they made you feel. Strength is being able to only use your words and still move somebody to do better without even laying a hand on them and without even speaking a lick of negativity to them. That's power. That's strength right there, because you don't have to do anything but be yourself. So there we go. That's a very admirable quality to have. So the next card is going to represent your personal strength right now. So I have 2 cards. And the first card is Out of the Dark. And the other card is Nourishment. So out of the darkness, this means exactly what it says. You're coming out of the darkness now. You're realizing that, hey, I don't have to be so upset all the time. I don't have to be so irritated all the time. It's more to life than trying to get money. It's more to life than trying to live a lifestyle that you see on TV or that a associate of yours may be living, or something that somebody else is doing, you know, because at the end of the day, you have to really ask yourself, are these people really happy? Are they really happy? The way you'll know if a person is happy is if they don't have to tell you about what they're doing every 15 minutes, or show off and show you what they're doing every 15 minutes, because this is their way of trying to overcompensate for their insecurities or a lack of joy. So keep that in mind too. Next, you have Nourishment. What we were just talking about, taking care of your body. This is one of your biggest strengths right now. If you choose to nourish yourself properly, so this means eating the right foods, fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grains, cutting out fast food, like all that bullshit gotta stop, because again, that's energy. That's what you're feeding your body. Food is fuel for your body. So if you put bullshit into your body, you're only really gonna be able to focus this much probably on your goal. It's going to be hard for you to focus on being positive and being productive, because your body has to spend so much time getting rid of bullshit, and then, you know, that's what it's absorbing, that's what it's eating, and that's what's sending to your brain, what's sending to your heart. So getting proper nourishment will definitely turn your life around. You'll see once you start doing it. It's not something that just happens overnight, but the more time and effort you put into changing it and becoming a happier person, and doing better for yourself, then, you know, the more you'll start to see a change in your life and the circumstances and opportunities that present themselves to you. So the next card is Self-Evaluation, something that you need to evaluate. So this says your word. This has 2 meanings here. So the first meaning is your word, the promises you make, the things that you say you're going to do. Do you keep your word? You need to evaluate. Take a step back and reflect. Am I keeping my word? Also, are you promising negative things? So is somebody asking you to do something that you know is wrong, essentially, but out of a sense of loyalty or false sense of loyalty, or wanting to fit in, or wanting to attain instant gratification, materials, whatever the case may be, are you promising to do things that are negative or harmful to someone else? Because if it's harmful to anybody else, then it's definitely harmful to you, and you're going to be the first person affected by it. So keeping in mind those things, keeping in mind those things, don't promise yourself negative energy. Don't promise yourself negative words. Or not negative words. Don't promise your word to somebody that's wanting you to do something negative. The second meaning of this is actually your words. The words that you are choosing to use. Are you speaking negatively to people? Are you, the way do you talk to people? Are you like, hey bitch, hey you stupid bitch? Or, you know, are you calling people out their names? Are you saying hurtful things like you're dumb or stupid, or you a hoe, you a thot? Whatever the terms of language that you're choosing to use, are you saying negative things to people? Are you being disrespectful? Whenever you talk, you're the first person to hear those words. So you're the first person affected by them. If you speak hate, if you speak negativity, guess what you're going to get back? And it may not be in the same way that you gave it out, but definitely best believe that energy is going to come right back and slap you in the face. So that was the second meaning of the card. So this is the final card. Something to consider. And like I said in the very beginning, be who you are. You must be who you are. Be your true self. The more you be yourself, the truest self that you are, the less you have to worry about anything in the world. Just understand that there's a process to get to the places that you want, but everything else is going to fall into place. As long as you are being true to you and being yourself, you don't have nothing to worry about. So I hope this reading has been helpful for you. You know how to contact me if you have any questions. All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.